Hello, leaders. Welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that provides tips and techniques to help you navigate the leadership challenges you face every day. I'm your host, Paul Grau Jr. from the CLC Team, and we work primarily with military leaders to help them be the absolute best leader they can be. Our primary goal here is to help you lead from your very best self. Because let's face it, everyone deserves a great leader. So let's jump right into today's topic. Today, let's talk about communication as a type of leadership failure. Now, I don't know about you, but I've seen some very ugly communication throughout my career. And when you are failing to communicate properly as a leader, this can really shatter your goals and vision for your organization. Not to mention trust and credibility, morale, team development, quality control, and the list goes on and on. Communication is one of the biggest failures among leaders, and yet we often spend very little time trying to improve as a communicator. I recently read in my John Maxwell team info that 70% of all communication is via body language. 70%. 23% is from your tone or your volume, and only 7% of communication comes from the actual words that we use. With that in mind, how is your body language? How is your tone? Now, obviously, I can ramble on for hours about communication and give you tons of tips, but I'm only going to focus on one, and that is whomever you are communicating with is the most critical person in your message. Now, let me explain this. If the person or team that you are communicating with doesn't understand your message the way that you intended it to be understood, the communication is ineffective. Because basically you're trying to say one thing and they're hearing something totally different. What really matters is how they are receiving the message. That is really the test of whether communication is effective or not. You must ask your receivers if they understand your message by having them explain it back to you. All too often, you will discover that they're way off and they have received the communication totally different than what you've said. So focus on your receivers and ask them to clarify your message to you. This one step has the opportunity to increase your communication tenfold. I'll guarantee it. So focus on the receivers that you're communicating with. Hey, as always, thank you for listening. So we have some big things going on here with our online membership group for leaders. It's actually growing, and we're adding a new group specifically for military leaders. Now, we're still working out all the details and bonuses that will be included. But for now, please help us spread the word. This group will be a place where military leaders can learn new skills, refine older skills, and have deep discussions with like-minded leaders who actually get exactly where other military leaders are coming from. We're going to tap into everyone's expertise, and the group members will help bring out the very best in each other. So keep tuned in, and please be sure to let any military leader that you know about this group, and that will be up and running very, very soon. This is going to be different than any other leadership development group out there. So be ready and, man, get excited. Hey, that's it for today. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.